My friends, as I travel through Europe and Australia and many other countries, including Latin America, India, Asia, and I speak about non duality and freedom from suffering, it's also obvious to me that we are, as a global society, suffering from a pandemic of anxiety, stress, depression, anger, and hostility. As you know, we have a program called Never Alone, www.neveralone.love. Please check it out, www.neveralone.love. And we have many practices there. Never Alone is part of the Chopra Foundation, a division of the Chopra Foundation, co-founded by myself, Gabriella Wright, and Punacha Machaya, who's the CEO of the foundation. But we're also discovering, at least I'm discovering through my travels, that people are suffering from basically severe depression. Every 40 seconds, somebody in the world is dying from suicide. And suicide has now become the second most common cause of death amongst teenagers. So we need peace as the way to a more sustainable, just, healthier, and joyful world, because it allows us to focus our resources on solving the challenges we face rather than on fighting with each other. When there is peace, we can invest in education, healthcare, and renewable energy. We can also work together to protect our environment and ensure that everyone has the opportunity to live a good life. Here are some specific examples of how peace leads to a better world. 1. Sustainability. Peace is essential for sustainability because it allows us to focus on long-term solutions to problems such as climate change and resource scarcity. When there is war, countries often have to make short-term decisions that can have negative consequences for the environment. For example, they may have to cut back on investments in renewable energy or allow deforestation in order to fund their militaries. 2. Justice. Peace is also essential for justice. When there is war, violence, and instability, it is difficult to protect human rights and uphold the rule of law. People living in conflict zones are more likely to experience poverty, hunger, and disease. They're also more likely to be victims of violence and abuse. 3. Health. Peace is also essential for health. War and conflict can lead to physical and mental health problems, such as also to chronic disease and the spread of disease. People living in conflict zones are more likely to suffer from malnutrition, injuries, and infectious diseases as well. They're also more likely to experience mental health problems such as post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Joy, most important. Peace is essential for joy. All the joy is our fundamental state, and if we transcend our ego identities, there is only joy. But when there is war and violence, it's difficult to feel safe and secure. People living in conflict zones are more likely to experience fear, anxiety, stress. They're also more likely to have less access, as I said, to healthcare, education, and essential services. In short, Peace is the foundation for a better world. When there is peace, we can focus on solving the challenges we face and creating a more sustainable, just, healthier, and joyful world for all. So, I'm going to dedicate the next few posts, and I'm going to also write some articles on why peace is the way to a more just, sustainable, healthier, and joyful world. And I am also going to share with you peace practices, practices for mental well being and never feeling alone. So, in the meanwhile, check out choprafoundation.org and also check out um, www.neveralone.love. More to come. We need a pandemic of joy in the world. Only a pandemic of joy can bring peace. And peace is the only way. Peace is the way to a more just, sustainable, healthier, and joyful world. If you like this idea, let me know. I'm going to share peace practices and practices for experiencing joy and happiness, and reminding you every day that we need to be the change we want to see in the world. So we have to be peaceful, we have to be healthy, we have to be joyful, we have to be just, and we have to have sustainable biology in order to improve the biosphere as well. I will share these practices for you. Let's create a critical mass for a more peaceful, just, sustainable, healthier, and joyful world. Every day, I'm going to share practices with you. But first, let's create the template for why we need peace. I think we all agree we need peace.